Y'all got to smash the like button. We working. Man, this is the first time I got these. I got them a little while ago. These are delicious. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. Amir said the Dazn curse. We're gonna talk about it. Y'all be the judge. I've had chocolate covered pretzels before, but look, on this side they got this, and on the back they got the chocolate. Yeah, they hit you with the peanut butter front and then the chocolate on the back. Yeah. These is hitting. No wrong way to eat a Reese's looking at them. It gives you the salty, then you got the sweet with the peanut butter. These little motherfuckers. Go cop. Y'all gotta cop these. Rest in peace to your cousin. Shout out to Cameron. I didn't even have to say that. He said Eddie Hearns he said he be capping dumb hard. Man, the zone be capping. I'm well aware. Ain't no way. Y'all want to work. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. First of all, Eddie Hearn, in his alleged American takeover, what he's trying to do is this. What he's trying to do is he got little minions running around, Despicable Me, like moles, that he's paying to like spread shit, and giving them private press releases and stuff, and then they run around tweeting it and talking about it. I mean, come on, bro. Just know I made it this far in boxing, and I ain't jump off nobody back. I didn't need no cosign. I'm more known than a lot of these reporters, probably majority of them, and we grew the channel from the mud. I didn't need a bunch of sponsors and brand deals and, promoters paying for me. I came out the gates, just old fashioned way. Like my dad taught me, old fashioned hard work. Anyway, DAZN through mostly Eddie Hearn, they got moles that they've planted, in the media and developed this working relationship with them to spread the agenda, whatever it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Have you noticed, just don't even take my word for it. Just, I'll say this and tell me if you ain't noticed it. Yes or no. For example, Mayweather fought McGregor, clearly a bigger fight. The numbers show that. Anybody with the brain can tell that Mayweather McGregor was going to gross more money than Logan Paul and KSI. Yet the same people who criticize Mayweather McGregor actually uplifted KSI Logan Paul and said, hey guys, give it a chance, and or covered it. Went to the fight to cover it. Reported about it and treated it like it was a great, massive fight that was helping boxing in some type of way. Sub Ego, I'm sticking to my prediction. Hearns and DAZN part ways within 5 months. It's not that simple. I got some inside sources. Eddie Hearn's on a contract with them. And here's another thing. See, Thomas, y'all got to read. See, y'all don't want to read. First of all, is DAZN got a contract and they got stake in Matchroom. That's what y'all don't know. Thomas Hauser's article brought that up. They said that DAZN, they have equity in Matchroom promotion, so they get paid off of, probably even if it's not on their card. They're actually like vested into Matchroom. So yeah, I don't look for Eddie Hearn to get fired and all that, or whatever you guys are saying, parting way. I don't think so, because bro, it's deeper root. Because first of all, don't you think that based on the performance wise and what Eddie Hearn hasn't been able to accomplish, don't you think he would have got a write up, or something would have happened by now if that was the case? Because look at the NFL. If you're an NFL and you coach a team and they have an 0-6 start, you probably getting fired. Straight up. It don't matter if you're a new coach or whatever. If a known team or whatever, and they have an 0-6 start, you're getting fired. They're gonna blame you. Somebody got to be the fall guy, and it's gonna be your dumbass. So that's just what it is. If you look at the start that Dazn had, they 0-20, 0-40, whatever the fuck. Well, I don't know exactly how many. If they had 100 fights, 100 nights, they like 0-99 and shit, bro. So that would have already been happened. How many times is, Eddie Hearn said he was gonna get Wilder, didn't get him. Said he was gonna get Deontay Wilder, didn't even want Eddie Hearn in the room. That's how it shows you the impression that Eddie Hearn left doing all this stuff he did when he was doing the American Takeover. Eddie Hearn's, bro. See, this is the thing. Even the people who lie, the truth will come out at some point. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn and Dazn they keep saying it. But see, the thing is, with somebody who's lying to you or being deceitful, they're not going to tell you the truth 100% of the time. They're going to tell you the truth on accident or like little things and slip out and not pay attention. So it's up to you to do the detective work and put the puzzle all together and say, okay, that don't make sense. That's what's happening. But if you listen to it, Eddie Hearn and Dazn, John Skipper and Marquette, they've all done interviews where they basically said this is a lot harder taking over America and breaking into the American, and the PBC and ESPN fought back, and Top Rank and Al Heyman fought back, and it's a lot harder than we thought. Eddie Hearn thought he was going to come over, come to America where he's not from, where he hasn't built the same rapport that he may have in the UK. He thought he was going to come be a white man with blue eyes, tall, and offer motherfuckers money, and then these blacks and minorities or whoever else he wanted to sign was just going to be like, oh yeah, sign me up. That's not how it works. This is not the UK. Smash the like button. Y'all got to get these likes up. Ain't shit free. He thought money was better than or deeper than loyalty. Errol Spence's whole career was in the hands of Al Heyman. Al Heyman got him to a title shot. Same thing with Wilder, etc. Dazn, you're going to have to come correct. But anyway, Dazn got a bunch of industry plants and like moles where clearly, just look at like motherfuckers' whole Twitter pages and shit be about Eddie Hearn and, oh, the Chavez fight is still good, and it's all positive shit about Eddie Hearn. Like, Eddie Hearn in America, it's crazy how this works, but Eddie Hearn in America is probably the least kind of relevant for big events. And some of these industry people have nothing but praise for Eddie Hearn. So PBC, all the top fights that they put, all the fights that hit over 1 million, all the fights, they have a couple that even hit over 2 million. They did successful pay-per-views considering everything. Like Wilder that was his second pay-per-view. Errol Spence had 2 pay-per-views. And there ain't nothing about that like uplifting and shit. But then when it comes to Eddie Hearn, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, man, Chavez got an injunction, and the Jacobs fight is good, and KSI, look, man, come on, bro. Kevin Slims, there's a reason these dudes are loyal to Heyman. Man, let's get it. Smash the like button. So, anyway, they got industry plants, people who say whatever. And it's all in praise of Eddie Hearn. But look at this. This is from this particular one's from Mike Coppinger. Look at this tweet. This is actually alarming. So let me break this down for you. Okay, Mike Coppinger. He tweeted this: DAZN didn't release viewership numbers for each event. We know. But did announce that AJ versus Ruiz 2, the rematch, was its most watched program of 2019. And then they comprise this list. Top 10 most streamed events on DAZN in 2019. First of all, listen, I am telling you how the game works, new media style. Anytime you are dealing with Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, Rematch Room, and Dazn. Read the fine print. Read the verbiage. You have to pay attention to not only the words, the order of words, what words are selected, how it's phrased. All of that becomes your ammunition, because there's a lot of, when it comes to those entities, Joshua, Eddie Hearns, Rematch Room, Barry Hearns, Dazn, there's a lot of verbiage that is put out as propaganda to make something appear greater than what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they'll put it out and they'll use almost like sly, stealthy type trickery to make it sound, more impressive than what it was. So just anytime you see a headline entitled "New Media Eagles Army," I implore you. So it says the top 10 most streamed events. So this doesn't encompass was it the day of the actual fight, because keep in mind, when Dazn, you have the ability to go back into the app after the fight and watch it. So we don't have an indication of that. Let's continue. This is just the most streamed. It doesn't say most streamed live, when it actually aired. But let's keep going. Ruiz Joshua 2, December 7th. They put the dates, but no numbers. Number 2, UEFA Champions League, Tottenham, Liverpool, June 1st. UEFA, blah, blah, blah. Canelo versus Kovalev at number 4, November 2nd. KSI Logan Paul 2, November 9th. Now, this is already an inconsistency, because didn't Eddie Hearn say KSI Logan Paul outsold Canelo? He said it outdid Canelo. And then now, when Dazn's coming out with the most streamed, it's behind Canelo Kovalev. Didn't Eddie Hearn say that? See, that's what I'm saying. You got to pay attention. We wasn't born yesterday. The worst thing you could do to me is insult my intelligence. He said it outperformed Canelo fighting KSI Logan Paul. See, keep in mind, Canelo Kovalev wasn't his event. Canelo Jacobs, he had part in that because Jacobs is his fighter. Kovalev is the ESPN top rank fighter, and Canelo's golden boy. So they're on Dazn. So in order to make his event, KSI Logan Paul rematch, look better, he said that it did better than Canelo's fight. But now the official whatever is coming out, a press release from Dazn, and look at number 4, they have Canelo versus Kovalev, and then they're saying KSI Logan Paul is under it. Because remember, we were saying, people like me, I was like, damn, that's sad. 2 YouTubers killed the biggest star getting $365 million. But now all of a sudden, Canelo Kovalev, which had to wait, for the UFC 244, now all of a sudden, bro, this shit is capped. Somebody's not being, there is no reason to have this many inconsistencies if what you're saying is true. First, KSI Logan Paul rematch outdid Canelo fights. Now all of a sudden they release a press release and it's behind it. So there's something not being delved into and not being provided. So did you add up numbers after the fact, or what are you doing to the numbers, manipulating the numbers? And more importantly, how you have a top 10 list and none of the numbers are revealed. You know what I'm saying? We're just supposed to take your word for it. These are the highest streamed in this order, but you don't tell us how much. Look, ain't none of it. They got dates, but they ain't got no numbers. They ain't got no numbers. But all these other corporations and subsidiaries like Fox and ESPN, their numbers are ranked versus Nielsen media reports. So we get to see how it did. But since this is more of a, private contract or whatever, I don't know the literature to describe it, but since this is more of a private company in the app, they don't have to disclose it the same way. It's not ranked on the Nielsen media research. So somehow KSI Logan Paul is behind Canelo Kovalev, even though Eddie Hearn says it did better than Canelo Kovalev. Whatever. Then number 6, UEFA Champions League. So basically some finals soccer shit, right? Look at the dates. Look at who's playing. Tottenham is in it. Blah, blah, blah. Liverpool's in it twice. So this is like football that people were watching. 7, Serie A, Milan. 8, UEFA. 9, UEFA. Number 10, in at number 10 of the highest streamed things is Canelo versus Jacobs. I thought Canelo versus Jacobs did over 1 million and did great views and did 600,000 in America only concurrent views. How is it in at number 10? This, my friends, is scary for Dazn. They must improve their year to be financially, try to make a push to get in the green. Try to make a push in the green, right? This is scary because out of 10 fights, number 10, 1, 2, only 3 of the 10 are true boxing fights. True boxing fights. And the 4th, with the asterisk by it, is KSI Logan Paul, which was, technically boxing rules, but, people looked at it as more of a novelty fight. So out of your top 10 most streamed things, only 3 events were boxing events. So out of what happened to Mr. Rufus? Appreciate you. $2 super chat. Yeah, keep sending the money. I promise you I'm about to take over this game. So every donation helps. Everything, man, we smashing. I'm mashing on everything, bro. I put down on anything. 2020, like vision. We gonna see this one clear. Appreciate you. Smash the like button. But anyway, out of your top 10 for 365 days, 52 weeks in a year, 100 fights, 100 nights, they say, for one device, one price. Out of your top 10 most streamed things, only 3 of them are real boxing. 2 Canelo, which is to be expected, Joshua Ruiz, which is a rematch, and then a novelty fight as the 4th, which is KSI Logan Paul. That, my friends, is garbage. That's garbage. That's how I know they are in the red. That's how I know that it wasn't the year they expected. That's how I know they are not where they are supposed to be in terms of progress. Out of your top 10, majority of them were soccer. We don't even care about soccer as much in America. So that goes to show me your successes have been more international, not here in America. Because I could ask probably 95% of this chat and they didn't watch none of them soccer games that were on here. Tottenham and Liverpool and stuff like that. Soccer is not as admired or popular here as it is in Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, etc. Where are Triple G's numbers? You steal my thunder. I didn't even. That's how I know. You paid Triple G $100 million, or you're paying him. That's what you're set. The rumor is you're paying him $100 million plus giving him equity. He ain't even in the top 10 list. Failure. You jagaloons from old media are failures because this is the stuff that you keep advocating for. So it's now when I see Logan Paul and Jake Paul and all this shit, now I can understand it. Now I can understand why they're just desperate to get some actual numbers. So if they have to go by way of YouTuber or somebody with the existing fan base and say, piss all boxing fans off, then they're willing to do that. That's exactly what that tells me, bro, because at least Logan Paul and KSI 2 was in the top 10 list. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, fuck it. If we could put Jake Paul and do give him a couple mil, give Anderson Gibb a couple mil, do him a press conference, we have to try our luck, bro. But the thing with trying your luck is that don't identify with a lot of boxing fans. I don't care if they fight or don't fight. If someone got injured, I would not. If Wilder's about to fight Luis Ortiz and he pulled out with injury, then people would be like, fuck. Or Abner Matas and Tank don't fight. Ain't nobody in boxing that I really know would be, torn if Jake Paul and Anderson Gibb got delayed for some reason. Right? These are terrible signs for DAZN. Your top 10 has 3 real boxing matches, and here's the other aspect of it. And once again, old media, how come they're not talking about this? They have nonstop comments about Tank Davis and all this other bullshit. They're not saying nothing about what I'm talking about, which is oh so relevant. I was the first to really talk about this and question these things, give it some time, pay attention to it, and use my public forum to address these issues. And then later, now you see some more people doing it. Thomas Hauser just wrote that 2-part write-up, that was pretty good. And it was just really everything I've been telling you for the last year, though. It was nothing really revealing that I haven't told you, but old media, they're not by and large talking about this. They said Showtime is dead meat. PBC's going out of business like HBO. And now all of a sudden it's quiet as a church mouse. Another reason this is scary is you only, out of your top 10 most streamed events in DAZN, look at it. Number 1 is Ruiz Joshua. Horrible fight. So how many people are you going to retain from a fight like that when the whole card was not good and it was in Saudi Arabia, and putting it in Saudi Arabia put it in direct conflict with the college football games, SEC games, and it was raining and the main event did not deliver. The Sylvester Stallone, let me tell you something you already know, kid. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and a cruel place, and it'll beat you there if you let it. And nothing is going to hit as hard as life. Right? That Stallone Balboa Promotions docuseries one night was better than the actual fight on that given night. Right? So your number 1 for the future, for 2020, this is why I say DAZN, bro, they need to hit like Pookie. Because peep the setup. I don't really know, based on how the second fight played out, who even cares about Joshua Ruiz part 3. It was a disappointing performance, really, on both sides. But, I'm not going to slight the winner. He did what he had to do to win. But Ruiz's performance wasn't good. So I don't want to pay a subscription-based service to watch that again with, straight away, I guess, without Ruiz and Joshua having some better, more scintillating performances. Beyond that, Ruiz is an Al Heyman fighter. So likely he's going to go back over to Al Heyman unless Al Heyman does what Eddie Hearn is suggesting and lends Andy Ruiz to DAZN again to fight Dillian White or whatever. But presumably he'll go back to PBC. So he's a invariable that we don't know. He might go back to PBC. So your number 1 most streamed fight is a Mexican American who put up a bad night, bad performance, and is not even your fighter. Your number 1 most streamed thing, and it was a rematch to a first fight that was, controversial. Block Mukesh and Benny. Block him. Block him. Block him. Yeah, Mukesh, you about to catch these bullets when the shooters get you. Yeah, where Mukesh at? Yeah, get Mukesh. Any shooters in the building? Whoo, shit. In broad daylight. If you got to go out, that's how you go out. In broad daylight. Blew his brains on the pavement. Rockabye, baby. Man, I don't even respond to him. We working. Anyway, that's the reality of it. Your number 1 fight was a boring fight. Left more to be desired. The docuseries was better than it. And beyond all that, I don't really think a trilogy, people are dying to see that straight away. And beyond all that, he's not even your fighter. Your number 1 streamed fight, which was a boxing fight, that's with someone else's fighter. So you have to ask for permission to get Andy Ruiz back. They might have something else in store for Andy Ruiz. Who knows? We got to wait and see. So that's that. Then Canelo Kovalev, same situation. Bro, this stuff, man, Mr. King Palmer, $4 super chat. We the money gang. MG Money Gang. Listen, the other issue is this. Let's break down. I'm breaking down all the top boxing fights. And all you motherfuckers who are fucking liars are about to get this work. All you old media liars, stay tuned. I got something for you. Do you notice out of all, like I predicted, all of the top fights on the top 10 most streamed list that DAZN came out with, you do not see not near one World Boxing Super Series fight. You see that? So out of all the fights, the best, probably the ones that had the best fights, I could think of two really good fights that were on DAZN that weren't on, that had nothing to do with the World Boxing Super Series. Maybe three. And two of them were accidental. Like Joshua Ruiz was an accidentally good fight. People didn't, what I'm saying, accidental, people didn't expect Ruiz to have a shot. You feel me? The first fight. Triple G, Derevyanchenko, same thing. People thought Triple G was going to, handily beat him, and it turned out to be a good fight. But the real fight that stands out that was not World Boxing Super Series or accidentally good was Maurice Hooker and Jose Ramirez. I knew that was going to be a good fight, and it played out like that. But again, Jose Ramirez stopped Hooker, then he went back to Top Rank. So that doesn't benefit DAZN long term, because not only did he take Hooker's belt, Hooker left the division and is fighting on Jacobs Chavez cards where they're littering in the stage in the ring area. Ramirez just signed an extension with Top Rank. So no fight that was good, like Regis Prograde Taylor was a good fight, World Boxing Super Series. Neo Anui versus Donaire was a good fight, World Boxing Super Series. So this is not looking good for boxing on DAZN unless they can pull some strings or, pull a rabbit out the hat, for the first half of the year. Because just look at it. Your best fight last year was World Boxing Super Series, which I'll talk about in a second. Jose Ramirez, who already knocked out Hooker, took his belt and went to Top Rank. Why is Top Rank going to send Jose Ramirez back to DAZN when he just signed an extension with them and he's fighting in China? So there's that. Then the other guy is Ruiz, who's not committed to DAZN. That was the most streamed with Joshua, and it was a dud. Then the other guy is Canelo Kovalev. They did do a deal with Kovalev to keep him on the network, but based on how he looked and performed and was fighting scary, who even wants to see Kovalev? You don't see the problem here? You don't see the problem. Ramirez looked great, went back to Top Rank. Oscar Rivas knocks down Dillian White, loses, tough fight, goes back to Top Rank. Ruiz presumably is going back to PBC. And the fight was boring. Kovalev is staying on DAZN, but he put up an abysmal performance versus Canelo. And then Canelo versus Jacobs, I don't think that fight really delivered. And these are so just listen to what I'm saying, people. Out of 10 fights, 3 of your fights that were most viewed, none of them are classic. None of them are classic. How is this a good thing? Ruiz Joshua 2 is your number 1 fight. Definitely was boring and wasn't a classic. Number 4, Canelo versus Kovalev. Bad fight for 10 rounds, and it had a sudden knockout in the 11th round. Not much great action. And then number 10 is Canelo versus Jacobs. Canelo started off very sharp, but then, he tapered off and Jacobs came on, and it wasn't by any means a classic. So another thing that DAZN moles that are in boxing aren't telling you with these numbers, there's, most viewed. Yeah, most viewed, but look at the dynamics. Most viewed, but the number 1 most viewed, you don't have options on Ruiz. You don't have options on Ruiz. So he's probably going back to PBC. Most viewed where Canelo Kovalev, Joshua Ruiz 2, or your fight with Canelo Jacobs. Those were all fights that didn't leave, in my opinion, an everlasting opinion. So it would have been better to have Donaire versus Inoue with great viewership. You see the problem? because the more people that watch something they like, then that's better for you. But it wasn't Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor didn't get no promotion. This was the problem. Then DAZN's going to have to overcome this. Joshua Prograis, Maurice Hooker, Jose Ramirez, Neo Anui versus Donaire, Triple G versus Derenchenko. All of those were better fights than every fight that was boxing on this top 10 list, but none of them got promoted the right way, including Canelo fights, but he's just big enough to attract some people. So basically, you're hot as shit, the most people didn't see. You got to max out. Like, that's like me telling the funniest joke in a comedy club that only has 10 people versus being at an amphitheater and telling that same joke and everyone's dying because there's 100,000 people there. What do you think is going to be more beneficial to the growth of my stand-up routine? Me telling that joke that everybody's cracking up about in front of 100,000 people, or saying that same joke in front of a quaint audience of 10? It's not good. You listen, before I got in boxing, when I was working other people's mission statements and jobs for other people, I was part of what I was paid for in my position as a salary manager was to analyze trends, business trends. Are we statistically and historically doing better at this point this year than we were using the fiscal reports from the previous year? This is what I do. So comparatively speaking, it's looking ugly for DAZN because you just have to imagine Joshua won his belts, but he didn't win people's hearts. The performance, it just was enough to get the belts. It wasn't like who's more must-see TV? Wilder knocking out Luis Ortiz coming from behind, or Joshua using the whole ring and using a lot of motion and movement and not really sitting down on anything, no knockdowns against a out-of-shape dude? Block James Smith. Gang. Yeah, James Smith can go. Which one is more? See, notice that these dudes don't say nothing. Like, I'm asking direct questions. They don't answer the questions. They just heckle. You know Wilder's more must-see TV. Block James Smith. Get him the fuck out of here. Thank you. You know Wilder's must-see TV. So that's not good. Wilder has Eddie suggesting 50-50 now, but before he said 50-50 over my dead body. Bro, Eddie Hearn is getting broke down. Anytime you have to keep changing what you previously said, you getting broke down. Eddie Hearn has an interview on YouTube. He says, Wilder gets 50-50 over my dead body, and I seen what you're talking about. A recent interview, he said, oh, yeah, we could probably do 50-50 because you're losing traction. What happened to the dead body shit? Now all of a sudden you losing track. Just like Bob Arum. Bob Arum 4 years ago, he said he didn't want to work with Heyman. He said nope and walked off. Now all of a sudden they screaming for Crawford to get Errol Spence or Danny and all these other people. Bro, these are the facts. Once again, I'm waiting. I have open hot seat for anybody who specifically and intelligently with factual information addresses what I'm saying and the concerns I'm saying with more facts to refute what I'm saying. If you can't do that, James Smith is black, or he's back. Block him again. Block him again. Get him out of here. Each time he comes back, clap him. So these are worrying reactions or numbers to me for DAZN, because so far I haven't even heard of any DAZN fights that remotely sound appetizing. Even the Mikey Garcia, Jesse Vargas, I'll watch it because I like both guys' careers, but it's not no fight where I'm just like, Tyson Fury Wilder is far better, and far more meaningful. So from what I'm hearing, it's not going. Bro, this is why Logan Paul, and they need him. They need Jake Paul. Anybody with a fan base. If you guys got Vicky. If you guys got a fan base, holla at DAZN. Bad Baby. They need something because it's looking ugly. Jaime Munguia is fighting this week versus Gary Spike O'Sullivan, a guy who's not been branded in America, and then American audience, the chances they got to see against him was one fight ago, and he got knocked out in the first round by David Lemieux. These are all facts. I think it was on the Canelo undercard. So the chance people had to see Gary Spike O'Sullivan, they watched him in America get knocked out by David Lemieux in one round. And I don't know anybody on the Jaime Munguia undercard. Is Virgil Ortiz Jr. on the undercard? Who's on the undercard? I haven't heard one fight. I ain't seen no promotion. Clarissa Shields and J-Rock and shit, they fights are bigger. They're at least being promoted. Clarissa Shields also has a supporting cast of Jaron Boots Ennis, who's a person I'm definitely watching for. Bro, name the big fight. The biggest fight they got, I guess, is Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas, which doesn't mean anything. Jesse Vargas was at 150 pounds. His last fights at welterweight were draws with Adrian Broner and Thomas Delorme, and I thought he lost both of those fights. That's my personal opinion. I was at the Broner fight. I thought he lost. He started off well, but Broner started catching him and hurting him late and marring up his face. I thought Broner beat him. And Thomas Delorme, I thought he beat him. You know, it was pretty good action, but I thought he won. So him coming back down to fight Mikey, it's a dangerous fight for Mikey as far as I'm concerned, but I still don't see it being that meaningful. Does the winner of that beat Errol Spence? You know, Mikey rematching Errol? You know, Jesse Vargas versus Errol? I mean, would you pick him to beat Errol? Would you pick him to beat Bud? Man, come on. Block Andrew Yang. Gotta go. Listen, like when you a boss like me, hashtag boss life, you get to pick and choose. These aren't even battles they're not even worthy battles, so I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Block Andrew Yang. Get Yin Yang twins out of here. Anyway, these are concerns for DAZN. Where are their big fights? Where are the promotion? They're doing a press conference for Jake Paul, Anderson Gibb. They got whatever audience. Why are you promoting guys who can self-promote? Guys who can promote their own self. Block Andrew Yang, he is back. I don't know how these guys keep coming back that fast, but block them. Guys like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they have been successful on the internet by themselves, regardless of DAZN. You're trying to give them extra hype to milk their fan base, just like they milked Mexican fans with Chavez. Bro, it's one big clout chase, just like they're talking about Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Bro, DAZN is one big fucking clout chase, and it's very disappointing because they came in the game saying some other shit. Oh shit. Y'all got me dropping shit. Hold on. Yeah, man. So it's just one big clout chase, and it's embarrassing. It's one big clout chase. Very disappointing. And this is going against what they said they was about when they first came in. I'm just here to tell you the facts. It ain't nothing personal. It's always business. Never nothing personal. Right? It doesn't make sense what's happening. And like, and DAZN's trying, like, it's like a comedian trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like either you funny or you not. It's like a comedian trying to be funny. Like a comedian, either you're funny or you're not. You don't have to like try so hard to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like like doing hella extra. I hate comedians like that. Like you just making weird ass faces and noises, but it's like not even funny like that. That's what DAZN is seeming. It's seeming like super thirsty. Even if they know it's bullshit, they want to like look. They making graphic. Look, just look. Look. Dazn USA. Antonio Brown, former NFL player, versus Logan Paul. He says, look, they got in the Twitter beef, basically. Logan Paul square up. And then Logan Paul responded, I'll drop you faster than the Patriot. Faster than the Patriots. Right? DAZN made a graphic about it, trying to promote that. Bro, this shit is crazy. This ain't about boxing. This is not about boxing. This is about some little Fortnite playing motherfuckers and shit. Bro, you get all the way out my sport. Real talk. Bro, this is sad. Bro, they are desperate as a motherfucker. And it's killing me because like nobody from me, I know you see yourself getting killed. All the things you stood for, you getting murdered out here. And they trying to act like they don't see this. Like, it's like, what? Hold on. When Floyd did anything, when Floyd coughed, you were all over it. And then now they acting like they can't see all this stuff. You know, when Floyd said he was fighting Berto, these motherfuckers lost their fucking wig. Oh, Floyd ruined his 20-year legacy. Berto. But this is fucking DAZN right now. Look at DAZN's top 2 posts. Look at their foremost post. Jake Paul, Anderson Silva Gibb. Launch press conference tomorrow. 24 hours from now. This is fucking DAZN, the boxing savior. Look. AB, not Broner. Antonio Brown, who don't have no job he got fired on his day off for stealing boxes. What you trying to build a clubhouse? Bro, he got fired with a Me Too case. He said, square up, Logan Paul. Logan Paul says, I drop you faster than the Patriots. And look at, DAZN's like, Oh my gosh. This shit is sad, bro. Where old media at? Bro, we stomping on your dead body. Where, come on, bro. You really promoting this? You said pay-per-view is dead, motherfucker. You about to be dead. Bro, boxing fans don't care about this extra shit. And like I said, if you feel that's the lane that you want to pursue, separate it from boxing. You got Tevin Farmer and JoJo Diaz Jr. and Demetrius Andrade and these motherfuckers taking a backseat to this shit. Separate that shit. Fuck this integration. You know, I was cool in the, you know, when the civil rights movement integrating schools and shit, but I ain't integrating this shit. I'm done with it. All that YouTube shit, if they have a market, cool. Put that on some other shit, bro. Let them be boxers in their own world on their own cards. You trying to make some real clown shit. Antonio Brown. And then to make that more fucked up, you gonna give them more press than you giving actual boxers. Jaime Munguia's shit ain't even being talked about. Where's his press conference? Nobody even watching that. But you gonna try to advertise. Man, come on, bro. Then Eddie Hearn talking about moving up to $50. Yeah, okay. You at the pay-per-view level then. Yeah, raise that price so you can contradict what you said. Bro, it's becoming one big clout chase. He said DAZN gonna be calling you the headliner card. Man, you gotta pay up. I'm trying to fight Will Smith for a Billy. Oh man, that is not that, bro. Look, clout chasing. I'm already the biggest star, bigger than Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Look, they advertising this shit. You're not making Tank Davis. You don't have the resources to make Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a fucking star. His next fight gonna be on pay-per-view, something you don't do. So why are you clout chasing? Bro, this is embarrassing for any company. Imagine if I came in the game saying, stay off of drugs, kids, and then a video leak. See, I don't do drugs, so I'm great. That's a great example. I don't do drugs. You can get Vada right now. Any time of the day, we can do it. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke weed. I drink. Occasionally, though. But anyway, imagine me saying, hey, kids, stay off drugs, and then I got a piece of foil, and I got a light. Oh, man, they keep calling me, man. They keep calling. And all of a sudden, a video leak of me on that bass rock. then I'd be a hypocrite, just like Dazn. Where happened to pay-per-view is dead. You were supposed to rid the whole boxing world and combat sports of pay-per-view. Conor's about to fight on pay-per-view in a couple of weeks against Cowboy Cerrone. Use my link in the description to purchase that motherfucker so we can keep growing. Shout out to Conor McGregor. I know I fuck with, yeah, I'm about to get a proper 12 paycheck. Yeah, I can't wait till that Conor fight because I know y'all going to hook it up. Yeah, buy that pay-per-view. I can't wait to see the comeback for Conor McGregor. Should be a good card. Anyway, I think did I burn my beard or something? I smell something burnt. What the fuck? I think I burnt something. Is my beard on fire? Oh, okay. The damn poster said featuring Andre like he's a sideshow. Bro, this is disrespectful. So if they gonna disrespect, I'm gonna expose you disrespectfully. Bro, you ain't coming to my sport doing all this. I worked too damn hard for years for this. I don't care about no credential and that motherfucker. I am a credential. So if I ever feel the need to apply to a Dazn, it don't matter, bro. If you block me, you block me. I'll make the video from the crib. It don't matter. I'm still getting paid. But you're not gonna come in and disrespect my sport. Somebody gotta put their foot down and use me. I'll do it. Cause I don't care about none of these motherfuckers. I care about boxing. Straight up. Straight like that. You know, all this fucking Finding Nemo versus Dory and all this weird ass shit. Shark's Tale versus Finding Nemo. Man, come on, bro. You said you was here to uplift boxing. Not this old extra, you know, He-Man versus Skeletor shit. He-Man versus Cobra Commando and Capcom versus Marvel. Where the boxing shit? How you have Andrade over there in Triple G, both managed by Eddie Hearn, but they ain't fighting? How you got Amir Khan and Kell Brook, both managed by Eddie Hearn, and they ain't fighting? Man, come on. Something gotta give. How you got Billy Joe Saunders left Frank Warren, who has beef with Eddie Hearn, so the fight was probably harder to make. Billy Joe Saunders never rescheduled the fight with Andrade. Man, come on. You got to make this make sense. And now you promoting fake ass fights you know ain't finna happen, like Masvidal and Canelo. I told you, Masvidal is a UFC fighter. He did call out Canelo first. I get it. But they keep making graphic. You wasting people's time. Dana White ain't finna let BMF, Masvidal fight on fucking DAZN. Why would they just listen to what I am saying, people? The prodigal son has returned. Why would Dana White let Jorge Masvidal fight in boxing against Canelo when Canelo fought on the same night as Masvidal and Nate Diaz, and Canelo was like this, had to wait for Masvidal's fight to end so he can even walk out. He had to re-warm up. So what kind of sense would that make for UFC to send Masvidal to a foreign sport that ain't doing no numbers? Because if it was doing such great numbers, he wouldn't have had to wait. If Canelo was doing great numbers on DAZN, he wouldn't have had to wait for UFC 244. Plus, on top of all of that, Dana White detests Oscar De La Hoya. They keep going back and forth, and Dana White calls him a scumbag, a real scumbag, and all this shit. So why are you even wasting the fans' time? It's a clout chase. You wasting fans' time having your graphic artist make a Masvidal Canelo type of graphic. You know they're not going to fight. Holla back, holla front. Holla back when you start getting some legs, and Dana White call you and say, we ready for the Masvidal Canelo fight. But they going to be the A side because Canelo was sleeping and shit. Him and Kovalev had to sleep, wait for the BMF fight to happen. You know it's not going to happen. You know, this stuff with the AB. They trying to AB and Logan Paul. If you're going to get the fight, get the fight. But they trying to prematurely promote it and get traction, you know, gauge entry, whatever. It's corny, it's lame, it's horrible, and it don't help my sport. And I'm mashing on everything. When I first came out, this was just about Biggie, but everybody had to open their mouth with a motherfucking opinion. These are the same people, the shapeshifters, who complained about Mayweather McGregor, said this ruined boxing, and they ain't saying nothing. Y'all gotta die, bro. Y'all campaigns, not you as people, but y'all campaigns, you're out of here. You're out of here. You're not good for my sport. Your campaign, your credibility, that's over. Because this is the same people. We ain't having it no more. I told you. You shouldn't have let us get bigger. You shouldn't have let us get bigger. But it's too late now. Same people complain about Mayweather, Berto, Mayweather, McGregor, Tank fighting the mandatory Nunes, Tank fighting Gamboa. Same people. And ain't saying nothing about DAZN pride and probing trying to get Antonio Brown and Logan Paul. Bro, listen how desperate this is. Logan Paul is 0-1. He just lost to another motherfucker who just turned pro, who's smaller than him and look mad smaller than him. He is 0-1. They are so desperate for Logan Paul to clout chase off of his whatever he's built and his fan base. They want an 0-1 white boy to fight an NFL player who's now regretting talking all that shit and what he's done in his career because he can't get no team to fuck with him. Bro, this is sad. This is bottom of the barrel sad. A guy who got booted from the league and a guy who's 0-1 in boxing, and you're even acting like you want this on your network, bro. This shit is sad, bro. It's not even like KSI. Like, at least he won. You know, Logan Paul lost, and you still trying to. Man, I'm not even here for the fight prediction. I don't even care who wins. Bro, this is sad. This is pure desperation. Bro, a guy who just lost his first and only boxing ego, you Tupac of Juice. Oh, well, I'm going to be him. Give me the revolver. Because I already got it, motherfucker. Yeah, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, people. A guy who just, his first attempt at true boxing, 10-ounce gloves, no head guard, he lost. DAZN trying to bring him back for some seconds. This shit is, you couldn't make this up. But Mayweather versus a two-time champion like Berto, y'all slept on that and said Berto's faster than Mayweather at that point probably. Hard puncher. Two-time champion, always in shape, has big fight experience, and y'all said that was the worst thing in boxing. Now, fast forward a couple of years, ain't the same. It's the same reporters. It's the same reporters that was out back in 2015. It's the same reporters. How you ain't got nothing to say now? Nah, y'all gotta get it. Y'all gotta get it. It's the same reporters. You was reporting back then, saying, "Oh, but Mayweather, Berto, this is not what he wants." Mayweather said he wanted to fight Kareem Mayfield. Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to my dude Kareem Mayfield. Y'all hated on my boy Mayfield. Y'all say you didn't want Mayweather to fight him. He can't fight Berto. This is a joke. Well, Lucy, you got some splaining to do now, motherfucker, because Antonio Brown versus 0-1 Logan Paul, that ain't it. Jake Paul versus Anderson Gibb. I don't even know who Gibb is. So either way, like I said, I'm not even mad at those fights. Whatever. You broke, you need to make money, whatever, you need some streams. But keep that shit separate. Why are you disrespecting Andre? Andre talking about he had to crawl in the ring, try to pull up on Triple G. Canelo blocked him. Bro, this is sad. This is sad times. And these are the same people talking about Wilder's attendance numbers. Wilder don't do numbers. Tyson Fury is the real star and the real reason Wilder sold X, Y, and Z pay-per-views. Same people saying Errol Spence ain't this. Look at Errol Spence's nipples. Same people saying why is Tank fighting Nunes is mandatory. Why is Tank fighting Gamboa? It's the same people. You ain't fooling nobody. So y'all gonna get this wreck. He said DAZN about to put a Republican versus Democrat card in D.C. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Can we get Boo Boo versus any top DAZN guy? Exactly. And Eddie Hearn think he's slick because he keep mentioning Charlo. Charlo's big business over with PBC. Leave him alone. Until you got some intel or scoop where Charlo hit you up and said, oh, yeah, I want to take that deal, then don't even consider him. That's why you don't see me making a bunch of videos about that bullshit, because it's too much clout chasing in boxing. You're not fighting Charlo next. Just like Crawford Spence. Shit's not happening next. If it does and I'm wrong, I'll make a video about it. But I don't see it happening next. And so far, so fucking good in boxing. I've been pretty accurate when it comes to stuff like that. I tell you, Canelo's not going to fight Andrade. Surprise, motherfucker, he didn't fight Andrade. To this day. I tell you, Canelo's not going to fight Charlo. Surprise, motherfucker, he fought Kovalev. Didn't fight Charlo. So I've been pretty accurate. Y'all can't, man, what am I batting? Batting 600? What am I batting, man? So, man, old media getting beat to a fucking pulp. That's just what it is. And we coming aggressive. 2020. We speaking all facts. We still professional. But it is what it is. You see it. So I'm really worried about these Dazn fake ass numbers that keep coming out. If Dazn, Joshua Ruiz was so good, right? Why don't you tell us how many numbers it did? Don't come up with no top 10 list and put the shit on it, but don't tell us how much it did. Why they do that? What good is that? How many views did it do? Look, Ruiz top 10 most streamed events. And here, listen, look at the wording. Top 10 most streamed events on Dazn. Bro, they are lying. They are lying in your face. I told you, the worst thing you could do is try to play me for a fool. You want to insult my intelligence? Let's get it. I promise I'll go at whole corporations. I don't give a fuck. You seen what happened when new media talked about HBO and what they needed to improve? You seen what happened to HBO? Bro, we'll take on the whole corporation. You're not going to play me for a fool. Straight up. So, most watch on Dazn. They keep referring to 9 markets. They're in 9, Austria and Switzerland and Bucharest and Turkey and all this shit. Italy. But I already went over this. In those 9 markets, 8 of them still offer a 30-day free trial. So I don't care about any 30-day free trial. And there has to be a way that Dazn's paperwork and their transcripts and vital stats can ration out how many are paid customers versus 30-day trial. 30-day trial doesn't mean that's free. No one cares about numbers like that. That's like when we look at Wilder's numbers, we're not factoring in Wilder's illegal streams, people who watched it on Kodi and, Fire Sticks and shit. So those aren't accurate. So most streamed, but how many most paid? That's the number you need to know to determine their success. They keep fibbing and trying to make it look bigger, and then sending these half-ass press releases and updates and cliff notes to mole reporters that they have, so they can flood the streets with it and have the fans talking. Oh yeah, Dazn, look, Joshua Ruiz was a success, bro. They're saying the other thing they said is Dazn got 800,000 in the U.S. Then why you only have 3 boxing matches out of your top 10 with a year's worth of fights? 100 fight. Listen, bro, you ain't finna play me. I promise you that. On everything I love, you ain't finna play me. Top 10 most streamed events, and only 3 of them are boxing. So, and everything else that's non-boxing is stuff that is not even prominent in the U.S. the same way it is in England, in other places like soccer. So you have 800,000 allegedly in the U.S. only. So you mean to tell me a bunch of U.S. citizens were watching Liverpool and Tottenham and Barcelona games? Soccer's not even that big in America like that. Everybody knows that. I'm not saying you got no traffic for soccer in the U.S., but it's not one of our leading sports. Every sport is like Argentina, Brazil, UK, Mexico, of course. They have big soccer teams that. When's the last time the U.S. won? Like the soccer game. When somebody tell me, anybody remember? When's the last time the U.S. soccer team? Bro, it's just like rugby is not played out in America like that. When's the last time that the U.S. won the World Cup? That's another reason why it's not prominent like that. I'm going to look it up. When is the last time the U.S. won the World Cup? Anybody know offhand? Anyway, somebody know. If you know, just let me know. No, I'm talking about men's soccer, bro. Because this is what on the Dazn list is men's. Never. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not talking about women because this Tottenham shit. This is a men's team. I'm talking about Estados Unidos, America. The men have never won. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, when's the last time? It's not big. Like, bro, World Series, the Yankees win, Dodgers win, Giants win, American teams. That's what goes to show you these motherfuckers be raw at soccer in other countries. And we ain't never won this shit. That's what I'm saying. And shout out to Miguel. You a fool, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's why another reason why I know that's cap that soccer's not as popular and prominent in America, because Americans never even win this shit. Exactly. So that's that, and they talking about most streamed. So if you have, just analyze this. They're saying they have 800,000 American audience. I guess they're trying to lie and say ongoing. Right? Then why you have all these soccer matches from the UK and shit as top viewed? That doesn't even make sense when soccer's not even as big in America. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to insult my intelligence. You can try. I want you to try, actually. DAZN announces Joshua Ruiz Lance Pugmire fight was most streamed event internationally, exactly, of 2019. Over 2 UEF championship games. And it says, look, DAZN said to be at 800,000 US subscribers. Bro, they are capping. DAZN are fucking liars, bro. If this is the information that's supposed to be true, they're liars. They do not have an ongoing 800,000. First of all, it's an opt-in, opt-out type of thing. So over the time, month over month, month upon month, they got 800,000 like ongoing. Come on, bro. It's not even realistic. Because again, in US, we don't give a fuck about darts. Soccer's not as big. So why are the top 10 most streamed events all soccer? And only three are boxing matches. And then the fourth is a YouTube boxing match. Darts ain't big like that. So the reason US citizens would actually subscribe is Bellator or boxing. And Bellator ain't had nothing really smoking. Their biggest star, like Michael Venom-Page, he got knocked out. Pico got knocked out. They ain't had nothing crazy. Chris Cyborg, she's over there now, but she got knocked out in the UFC by Amanda Nunes. So, come on, bro. He said you don't even need DAZN to watch those soccer games. That's the other... Man, come on. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why none of the numbers are attached to the top 10. Like, okay, imagine the Forbes list if they just said, oh, Floyd Mayweather is the highest paid athlete of the decade. And at number 2 was Cristiano Ronaldo. In at number 3, LeBron. Forbes list actually lists the people and sums up and summarizes their worth and how much they accrued in this space of time. But DAZN, they just telling you the date that the event happened. We supposed to just take your word for it. We supposed to just believe you have 800K. Okay, bro, I told you, don't insult my intelligence or do it and face the wrath. Canelo versus Jacobs, they said it has 600,000 concurrent, which means simultaneous. It doesn't mean independent, unique accounts. 600,000. This was in May. 600,000. So you have 800,000 subs or whatever people subscribe to you. So 200,000 people didn't watch a unification between Canelo and Kovalev. Come on, bro. The only thing for US fans to really that would really move the needle, which is why they're trying to break into, is boxing and Bellator. Most Americans that originate from America probably don't care about darts as much. Soccer's not as big, etc. Horse racing or whatever the fuck they got. So your unification that I actually really wanted to see, Canelo versus Jacobs, you have 800,000 subs, but only 600 concurrent thousand people watch Canelo in America. So 200K didn't watch Canelo versus Jacobs. So either way, there's no way this is an ongoing 800,000 sustained people. He said, how about ping pong? I ain't watching that. And even let's say, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Let's say Joshua Ruiz in fight season, because they had back-to-back fights. Let's say at the peak, you got 800,000 because KSI, Logan Paul, and then Joshua Ruiz, those were supposed to be big fights. Look at the outcomes of those fights. How many people did you keep? Because I'm sure people seen the Jake Paul, like let's say you're a Logan Paul fan, and then you felt he got robbed and Jack Reese messed up with the two scorecards. You think them people stand and stayed if they felt that Jack Reese messed it up and Logan Paul should have won and they were there for YouTubers? No, not likely. KSI, he has fans, but you think the people stayed? He back on YouTube making videos now and doing music concerts and shit. So not knowing if he's going to fight anymore or who he's going to fight, you think they're just staying ongoing? They're just staying on board? They just stayed to watch Josh Ruiz and Chavez Jacobs? Man, come on, bro. Look at Joshua Ruiz. Let's say this is why it's not good. Let's say you had 800,000 and they all watched Joshua Ruiz too. Boring fight. Joshua didn't fight like what we've come accustomed to because he was afraid of getting in exchanges and getting knocked out. So he kind of ran, used the ring, did what he had to do. And then Ruiz comes 15 pounds heavier. They put it in Saudi Arabia. The fight came on at 130. You're lying, bro. It's just there's no way. It is too many variables, bro. The fight didn't even come on at prime US times. And like I said, playing absolute devil's advocate, even if you had 800,000, how many people wanted to stay after Joshua Ruiz 2 and what type of fight that was? 12 rounds of nothingness and Chavez Jr. quitting versus Jacobs with abysmal undercards. Even if that number was true. DAZN taking on that Matchroom motto. Fake it till you make it. Bro, it don't make no sense. Come on, man. Again, even if that number was 1,000% true, how many 800,000 people stay and they're like, oh, despite a Mexican fighter quitting in a Mexican populated area and causing a riot like Chavez Jr. did for quitting, let me stay for an extra month so I could watch Jaime Munguia versus this Irishman, Gary Spike O'Sullivan, that hasn't been promoted. That left such a great taste in my mouth, those two fights in December, that I want to stay around to watch Jaime Munguia and Spike O'Sullivan. Bro, DAZN, at best, their retention rate, their traffic has to be like this. Get a huge spike because it's a fight that people want to see. And then after, that's why they're talking about raising the price and stuff. You're not going to play me. You're not going to play me. You got to keep it real. Keep it real. Don't say nothing. So their graphs have to be looking like this. That's why they're trying to find different ways to lock you in. 50 a month, or, you know, to make it harder. So you're like, fuck it, I guess I'll give them my annual fee. But you ain't finna extort me. You know, you ain't gonna make it an ungodly monthly price, or, you know, or I have to get an annual pass. Man, come on. Desperate times, bro. He said we were born at night, but not last night. I don't believe none of this. Show me some numbers. Take a polygraph test, bro. I don't believe none of these numbers. And they got all these people in the media trying to, you know, trying to advocate and act like this shit is real. Like y'all don't see the same shit I see, bro. If you were doing so great with these fights, Joshua, okay, listen, just common sense. Joshua Ruiz, a true boxing fight, was your number one earner, and it did so great. Then why are you so focused on YouTube, giving YouTubers, if your money came from boxing, from an actual true boxing fight with professional boxers who have been boxing majority of their life, then why would you be so focused with Anderson Gibb and Logan Paul and Jake Paul and shit, and Antonio Brown versus Jake Paul? Why would you? If you got your money from that, like, let's say you worked a job and you only came home with $400 a week, and then you rented out, you know, some property on Airbnb, and you were getting $1,000 a week. You were getting $2,000 a week renting out a room, you know, for the different days, Airbnb. Do you need to even keep that job? Probably not. Why would you keep a minuscule job where you have to work harder when you could just have a cleaning service in Airbnb and rent a room, and you're making 3 times, 4 times the amount? So that doesn't even make sense. You would actually, in fact, do more of what is already proven to work. So if AJ and Ruiz was the number one fight and it did so great, right, in Saudi Arabia, competing in America with the SEC games, which is an annual thing, right, then why would you be focused so much on making these YouTube fights? If allegedly, tell me what I'm saying don't make sense. This is according to Dazn, right? They're saying Ruiz, Joshua's most streamed, part 2. And then number 4 is Canelo Kovalev, and number 5 is KSI Logan Paul. So you put in more energy to promoting KSI Logan Paul than Joshua Ruiz 2 and also Canelo Kovalev. So you put in more effort, and now you're saying Canelo Kovalev and Joshua Ruiz, along with soccer games, did better than KSI Logan Paul. That's what your report is saying in terms of most streamed. So why would your focus still be YouTubers? Why would you be worried about putting YouTubers back on cards? Something is amiss. It doesn't make any sense. If true boxing was giving you the numbers, then you would do that. You're trying to clout chase these kids with content creators with fan bases, because they must be seeing a spike when they fight, and they just doing whatever to stay afloat. Horrible. Talking about you have 800,000. All right. All right, put it this way. You're coming off of, okay, listen. Bro, I told you, it's going to be ugly. The more they lie and put out these fake falsehoods and shit, it's going to get bad with new media. I promise you. All right, they have 800,000 in the U.S. subscribers. That's what they're claiming. Even though their top 10 list, not one number has come out. They have 800,000 built-in subscribers that have stayed, and that's what they're giving the perception of, right? Jaime Munguia versus Gary Spike O'Sullivan, with a built-in audience like that, they should do some good numbers for that fight. Because you have a bit, because what else? Okay, why, if I just went over this, in America, most of the other stuff that's on DAZN, darts and cricket and horseshoes and, you know, knitting and crochet and all that stuff, those aren't popular sports. Soccer, even, these aren't the most popular sports. You have no NFL Sunday ticket, no NFL playoffs, no Lakers football. You have no MLB, actual MLB games like ESPN Plus has. Use my link, right? Yeah, billiards and darts and all that. These aren't popular. Bellator, I don't even know what they got coming up, but I ain't heard of nothing like shocking. So in America, badminton and birdie and all this shit, exactly. So the prime sports that Americans would primarily use DAZN for would be Bellator or boxing. So if you have 800,000, why would someone be paying for a subscription to not use it? So you have 800K watching. Then Jaime Munguia is fighting this week. So I can't wait for those numbers to come out. Because if the numbers don't come out, then you know it did poor. This is what happens when you lie, people. And if the numbers don't come out and it did poor, why did it do poor if you have almost 1 million built-in audience? What else are Americans watching? Bro, you have to understand Americans' watch patterns. What else would Americans be watching? What the 800,000 US alleged subscribers they have built in, what would they be watching if they're not going to watch the boxing and Bellator that you have on? So they're like, oh, you know, Jaime Munguia, that's not a big enough fight. I'll skip it. I'll pay $20 a month, but I'm not going to watch it. Come on, bro. That don't even make sense. Because if I pay for anything, then I want to get my money's worth. So, you know, it's going to be bad, bro. If these numbers don't come out, then I'm not believing anything. Because, like my channel, I'm grandfathered in. I've been in the game, YouTube, before YouTube was popular. You know, or before it was this popular. You know, now you have multiple boxing channels. But when I came in, it was only a handful of us really trying to do it and move units and stay with it and shit. So I have a built-in audience. I can come on. That's why you notice my streams come on whenever the fuck I want. Because I have a built-in audience. I never give you, I don't come on at, 2 p.m. every day. I run errands and all types of shit. And then get on whenever I want. You know why? Because I can do it. Because I've been out long enough and I have a built-in audience. So I figure somebody's going to watch it. And we always have a sustained audience, super chats, everything, the whole nine. You get what I'm saying? That's what happens when you have a built-in audience. You have a built-in audience, you don't have to do as much. But if I was a smaller channel, then I would probably have more of a schedule, so people can expect it. But, I just do my lives when I feel like it. So if DAZN has a built-in audience in an area like America, then all of their boxing fights should be doing good numbers, because what else is there to watch for Americans on DAZN that Americans really want to see? They don't have movies. They don't have comedy specials. They don't have documentaries like that, like hour-long documentaries. So what else would Americans be buying $9.99, $20 a month, $100 a year for, just to sit and let the app rot? Come on, bro. That's like me buying cloud storage but don't put nothing in the cloud. Yeah, I got a whole terabyte, but I'm not going to put any of my music or pictures up there. I just I like paying for the cloud storage. Come on, bro. You paying for a Dropbox account and you ain't putting nothing in it. You ain't using it for your business. Come on, bro. So somebody tell me what DAZN US 800K fans are even fucking watching. And like, none of it makes sense. Why are they putting more energy into doing a press conference for YouTubers if boxing is moving the needle for them? Y'all gotta get these. I'm just sick of the lies, man. Just keep it real. Eddie Hearn talk too much and keep saying shit. They keep coming out with these fake agendas that they throwing to certain people in the media. Man, come on. Y'all getting cooked up. Nah, WCW was Raw. I used to watch that shit. Nitro. Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page, Sting, NWO. Nah, WCW was wet. More ECW. I used to like Sting, man. He said Dazn is Kmart. Yeah, that's closer. Big Lots at this moment. Montgomery Ward. Eddie wants to increase the price on the app Americans aren't completely invested in. That. He said a lot less. Wow. Y'all tripping. Hey, do they still have TGI Fridays? Is that still a thing? I ain't seen one. We used to have some out here. Do they still have TGI Fridays? King Corleone's a fool, bro. He said T-Mart. Bro, this is sad, bro. And see, look, like DAZN's acting like a virgin, trying to act like he had sex before. Like a virgin gonna act like the 40-year-old virgin. Remember the movie? And they're like, oh man, you gotta give us some details. Like you was grabbing on the boobs, what'd it feel like? Oh man, it felt like a bag of sand. And they're like, what? A bag of sand? He's like, man, come on, give me some details. What was she saying? Oh, she was just like, oh, me so horny. Oh, God, you're nailing me. And they were like, what the fuck? Have you ever had sex before? And then Seth Rogen was, it all makes sense. You're a virgin. Bro, that's what DAZN is. You keep telling people you had sex, but it's looking weird, bro. Yeah, we're doing so great and all this shit. Look, we're doing so great that, bam, oh my God. Bro, you promoting Antonio Brown and trying to line this up and get Logan Paul to fuck with you. Bro, this is how good you doing. This is thirsty as a motherfucker, bro. Look, they put the DAZN logo. Bro, this shit is trash. Look, they put the DAZN logo on Antonio Brown picture. Bro, that's an NFL licensed picture. What you doing, bro? Bro, they put the DAZN logo. Man, come on, bro. Antonio Brown. Bro, he got fired from the NFL and got a Me Too case. Bro, what is next? Steven Spielberg versus Harvey Weinstein on DAZN? Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein? Well, the first to fuck him up hit him with the fisticuffs, you see, bro. Man, come on, bro. They got Me Too, motherfucker. Kovalev versus Bill Cosby. Let's get it. This shit is sad, bro. This shit is sad. They finna have Superfly versus Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang versus Superfly on DAZN. Bro, get out of my sport. Straight up, bro. You doing this type of shit? Look, their top two posts is the Logan brother or the Paul brothers or whatever the fuck. Bro, where do you see Andre's name? Anywhere. Tell me where you look. Let's explore. Matchroom Boxing USA, Miami Fight Night. Ain't no picture of Andre. This dude only on DAZN. Jake Paul, Anderson Gibb, launch press. Bro, this ain't even the main event allegedly. And look, 24 hours from now, bro, you don't even have the respect to put Andrade in a hashtag, to put my dude Tevin Farmer and JoJo Diaz in a hashtag. You just put in like Paul versus Gibb is Man, get them out of my sport. I promise you. Bro, I'm Pac. I promise you. With this type of behavior, bro, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go. They got to revamp the whole shit. Throw the whole shit away. Someone said Gina versus Pam. Get out of here, bro. You're not even, bro, it's just too disrespectful. You don't even put the main event person, like, he don't get a press conference. Like, no, nigga, you're not popular enough. Nah, bro. I can't, not on my watch. I gotta stand up for boxing, bro. I gotta stand up for boxing. You know, I gotta stand up for boxing. I can't even do it. I'll be lying to y'all if I try to stomach this and act like I don't feel what I'm telling you. I'm Pac. I told you, ego Veli. I can't even do it. He said, bro, they finna have, oh my gosh, they finna have the nanny versus Roseanne Barr and shit. Bro, Fran Drescher and the nanny versus Miss Doubtfire. Hello, Daniel. The Miss Doubtfire versus the nanny on Dazn. Oh, Daniel, it was a run by Fruitin. Oh, Daniel. Oh my gosh. They finna have Fran Drescher as the nanny versus Miss Doubtfire. Donna, do like a lady. Bro, they finna have Mick Jagger versus Steve Tyler. Battle of the big mouths. Whoever got the biggest mouth gonna win. This shit is crazy. Jared Leto versus Adam Levine on Dazn. Man, this shit crazy. He said Madea versus Aunt Jemima. Hey, bro, they fighting over the cream of wheat box, nigga, bro. Aunt Jemima and Madea fighting, bro. They finna have Madea versus Big Mama's house. Man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I want to know where old media is at. Fluffy versus Cat Williams. Nah, you got to get Kevin Hart versus Cat Williams. That's a better match. Hey, Kev, how you doing? Doesn't matter. I am a boy, Kevin. Bro, yeah, they finna have Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. First of all, no, I am a boy, Kevin. I don't drink Alizé, but bitches do. Bro, they finna have Cat Williams. Cat Williams rematched that kid in the 8th grade. That motherfucker beat Cat Williams down, didn't he? Motherfucker put him in a headlock and shit. They gonna do that on Dazn. Remember when Cat Williams got in that play school recess ass fight? That's what they gonna put on Dazn. Cat Williams versus that 8th grader. And then the winner get Latarian. Cat Williams versus Latarian. Remember that kid? He was joyriding with his mama whip. He's like, yeah, I like to do hood rat things. It's fun. I like to do hood rat shit with my friends. They finna have Latarian versus Lil Terrio. Man, come on, bro. What's popping with that? Latarian, what's his name? The Joyride kid? Latarian and Lil Terrio? Yeah. What's popping with that, man? Hercules versus Lil Terrio. Nutty Professor. Nah, man, come on, bro. Mario the Singer versus Mario Van Peebles. Man, what's popping? I got all the matches. I want John Leguizamo versus Steve Buscemi. Battle of the Teeth and shit. Oprah versus Martha Stewart on Dazn. Let's get it. Maxwell versus Maxwell Coffee. Let's get it. Bruce Willis versus Ashton Kutcher. Battle for Demi Moore. Yeah, I like that. Touch me again, I kill you. Bro, Sergio Mora versus Antonio Banderas in Desperado. Y'all don't like that? Okay. Bro, I want to see Miklo versus Danny Trejo. My nigga Trejo had them knives. Bro, why was he greasy with them knives, bro? That motherfucker had them knives in Desperado. Yeah, Danny Trejo. That motherfucker. Like, damn. The motherfucker put out another knife. He was throwing all types of knives. Oh shit, Danny Trejo was really walking up. He was walking down the block with knives and shit. He raw. Danny Trejo raw. He really was up the block with knives, blasting people. Man, this shit is crazy. DJ Vlad versus Spider Lope. That's what I want to see. Vlad versus Spider Lope. Winner get DJ Academics. In the morning. Drip, drip. I'm a sip. Like London and Nip. Bro, him versus Bill Nye. He be jamming though, don't he? This dude versus... He said, with my queen like London and Nip. Bro, him versus Bill Nye. What's popping? I got all the matches, bro. Skip Bayless versus the Crypt Keeper on Dazn. Tonight's Tales from the Crypt. Bro, what's good with that? I got all the matches. Bro, Kevin Federline versus Tom Hanks' son, Chet. Y'all heard that motherfucker? Hold on. Y'all heard Tom Hanks just got a award at the Golden Globes, like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Listen to Tom Hanks' son, bro. What the fuck? Hey, that's Tom Hanks' son, bro.
Oh my God. Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chatana, coming straight from the Golden Globes, you want to say? Me father Tom Hanks presenting in a white, soon forward come. Big up, tune in.
I want to see him versus dude from Shotters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chet Hanks is wilding, bro. Where did that come? Him and Kevin Federline, winner get the dude from Shotters. Bro, that's what happened when Tom Hanks was away too long. That Castaway shit. He started fucking with the black channels and shit. The black channel? Come here, Chet. Come this way. Bro, that motherfucker, he was listening to Patra and shit. Shaba. He was in the room when Tom Hanks was on that island and shit. Cause you know Tom Hanks stay getting robbed and captured and shit by himself, Castaway, Captain Thomas. That motherfucker stayed changing and being away from home and shit. He always like lost and shit. Forrest Gump running and all, bro. He always be out the crib. So Chet was out there wilding. He was out there wilding, dog. Me and Jenny, me and life about the chocolate. The Black Channel. Yeah, the Black Channels versus Chet. Bro, I'm trying to see all the fights. I want to see Al Pacino, Harrison Ford. Make it happen. Bro, I want to see Hitmaker versus Shia LaBeouf. Let's get it. This shit crazy. Zone, bro. They don't. I want to see Bow Wow versus Sammy. How about that? Bow Wow versus Catch Me Outside. How about that? That's a good one. Bad Baby and shit. What's the name? Bad Barbie, Bad Baby. This shit crazy. So, anyway, that's my rant. Good luck to Dazn. Big up. Big up to Dazn. We gonna see. I want to see Chucky versus The Good Son. That's a good ass movie with Macaulay Culkin. The Good Son. Y'all gotta be on your movie. Hey, y'all wildin'. I ain't gonna repeat this shit y'all be saying. He said Too Short versus Stretch Armstrong. You wildin', bro. I want to see Michael B. Jordan versus regular Michael Jordan. Battle for the name and shit. Creed versus 2-3 on Dazn. How about that? I want to see Scottie Pippen versus Gonzo. You know what I mean? Man, come on. They got to make these matches I'm talking about. Benny the Butcher versus Vlad the Butcher. Y'all remember when DJ Vlad was Vlad the Butcher, bro? I'm trying to see Joe Budden versus Ted, that teddy bear. The Snuggles bear versus Ted. If I got a pot of lean, I'ma sip. With my queen like London and Nip. I want to see Rich Roddy versus Roddy Piper on the zone. Eating your free turkey. He said Black China versus White China. Bro. Beetlejuice versus Butterbean. Wow. Black Ranger versus Wayne Brady. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm not with all these celebrity fights. What's the point? And like I said, Logan Paul lost his first fight. I feel like the allure is kind of done. It's like Conor McGregor boxing. I mean, is that really what people want right now? You already lost. Not going to have the same effect. And I don't even know Antonio Brown fighting. Why don't Logan Paul fight Brandon Marshall? He's supposed to be serious about this, right? That's a good fight. Wasn't Brandon Marshall trying to fight? Make that fight. Do you think DAZN can ever make a comeback? If so, how? That's not my place. They wouldn't have to come back if they listened to me from the beginning. Bro, they just doing their own thing. The 2019, listen. If this was NFL football, the 2019 that DAZN had, the coach would be fired. Book it. The 2019, I'm going to say it again. If this was a football coach who came on to coach a team and tried to get to the Super Bowl, the year that DAZN had, if that was like, you know, if you can blame one coach like Eddie Hearn or whoever, or the EVPs, SVPs and shit, they would be fired. Somebody, heads would roll off of that type of year. They didn't have a good year. Period. You can say whatever, but all right. Charlo did $2 million on Fox. And see, listen, I forgot about this, but I've talked about it in the past. Y'all about to get this work. I mean actual beef jerky, that's why it's tougher and drier. That's why it takes a little bit of focus. Hold on. All right, look. The 800,000 is suspect to me. But fuck it. Let's say they have an ongoing 800,000, which I don't believe, in America, because you can opt in and opt out. You think they're sustaining that? Put it this way. Here's a better indication. Since you have, with Dazn, you have the ability to opt in and opt out, no contract, right? Average up to 12 months. That will give you a better indication of how they're doing. Add every single month from January to December. I'm just assuming that's their fiscal year, right? So some fiscal years start in November and they end in December, whatever. But I'm just going to keep it basic. See, I'm getting too deep into it on some business shit. But let's say their fiscal year is January to December. But even though some people's fiscal year lasts till February and shit, or January. But listen, we'll keep it basic. January, the year of 2019, January to December. Let's say that's their fiscal year, right? Each month, put into a calculator how many subs you had at the end of the month. Get one number divided by 12, and then that will show you the average or median that you had over the duration of 12 months. I guarantee you it's not going to be 800,000 or higher. So once again, this is some fake shit at its best. Dazon's like Joanne the scammer, bro. They're trying to wait till their numbers at a peak till it's like halfway decent or respectable, or at the given day where they had the maximum, and trying to make it look like that's what they've been doing. Like that's what they're carrying. Not talking about drop off and, retention rate. All that's important. Like I said, what if I get 25 women, pretty women? What if I get 25 girls' numbers at the club, and 3 of them call me back or text me back? That's not that good of a retention rate. Out of 25 women, once they were sober and shit, only 3 of them wanted to, still wanted to talk to me. And then let's say I go on 3 dates, and then one of them only wants to talk to me. Then my retention rate's not that good, right? You see, I'm giving you all analogies. That's a shitty retention rate. You pulled 25 women and only 3 even took you off red, and you graduate to 3 dates. And then only 1 from that 3 was fucking with you, and it was just an okay date. Then that changes the dynamic. So a better indication is if Dazn average out how many subscribers they've had through the year, because there was a couple of those months where they didn't have really shit going on. So that's going to be a hurtful month that's going to drive that number down. So an average would be better than trying to wait until, look at like, Logan Paul, and we had AJ Ruiz that were kind of within the same space in the Canelo fight. So trying to find that perfect day where it looked like you had all these subscribers. How many people stayed with you? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. But beyond that, let's do a little quick math, shall we? Somebody do a light check. I'll do the math after we do a light check. Somebody do a light check. Push to 200. We got to get them likes up, man. Come on. Quick math. Let's say the 800,000 is real. Right? In America, they said 800,000 subs times $19.99. That's the current maximum you would pay per month. Look. Bro. That's under 16 million. It's close to 16 million, but under 15,992,000, right? So let me get this straight. Hypothetically, you have 800,000 people fucking with your app. No pay-per-view. And they all were paying the max dollar. They were all paying the maximum $20. Even though we know some people only pay $9.99. So that numbers could be lower. You know, I charge the max that they currently charge per month. Because if you do the $833 or the year rate, then it breaks down to about $833. So the max you would be paying for 1 month would be $20. That's $15 million. We'll round it up, say 16 million, even though it doesn't encompass the people who are paid for the year or the people who are who get it cheaper if you pay for the year, or the people who are on their $9.99 price point. That's only $15 million. All right. Now, I understand there's more to it, like site fees. Like Saudi Arabia, they got a good site fee for Joshua Ruiz. But here's the kicker. That's 16 million if you really have 800K organic at the max that you're charging, not including site fees and, you know, sponsors or Patron Pizza or anything like that. But you're getting about that. If you had 800K times the max, which is inflated because, again, some people have it cheaper, that's $15 million. Now, when you look at the contracts that they have out with Triple G, with Canelo, right? With Canelo, that don't make sense. If you're getting 15 million, 16 million, that's virtually what you're paying the B side almost in Canelo fights. Because Kovalev was like, nah, I ain't fighting him for cheap. You got to give me 12 million. 15 million 9, that's pretty close to 12 million, right? Not to mention Canelo's demanding 36.5 million out of his deduction, out of his 365 million, 30 million, 32 million. Not to mention the undercard. Plus, what are the promoters going to eat? There is no way DAZN is not in the red viciously. There is no way in America. They could be successful in internationally, you know, with because they have NFL ticket and they have different shit in different regions. But in America, that's all I'm talking about. In America, there's no way. There's no way. Not with numbers like that. Your budget is like, it's just, there's no way, bro. Your budget for Canelo's 2 fights is almost 50 million a month, because they said Jacobs and Kovalev, unless they're lying about their numbers. But what was slated to be earned by Jacobs and Kovalev was 12 million apiece. That's 24 million. Canelo was getting, let's say 35, but I think it was 36 and a half, but we'll say 35, right? So what is that? That's 70 million in Canelo wages and 24 million. That's almost $100 million just fucking with Canelo. And his fights aren't for you. Okay, just hear me out now. 2 Canelo fights in a year, you're paying 98 to 100, 102 million just for the main event, according to the figures that have been released. You did all that just to have Canelo at number 4 and number 10 with those 2 fights. You're losing. You see? Basic math. Because like I said, there's other factors like undercard. You have to rent the venue. They're not just letting you use the T-Mobile off GP. You know? Somewhere, some way, this don't add up. Or they're lying about somebody's number. But if what they're saying is true, Jacobs got 12 million and Kovalev got 12 million. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but 12 times 2, 12 plus 12, that's 24 million. You know, you can even round it up, 25 million. Boom. Canelo's getting 36.5 million. You can round that down to 35. 30 plus 30 is 60. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's $70 million just for Canelo, plus 25 million. So you're right in the 95 million to 100 million just fucking with Canelo fights. And according to your most streamed international report of your top 10, Canelo ain't the number one, ain't the number two, ain't the number 3 most viewed, but in fact, he's the number 4 viewed and the number 10 viewed with those 2 events. And y'all said Canelo's the face of boxing. I told you, it don't. Someone said hemorrhaging money is an understatement, bro. They have to be. Something's not adding up. Either you're lying to me about how much you're really paying them or something. But there's no way, because even with the site fee, that's gonna compensate some. But the promoters got to get paid, the venue got to get paid, the people involved in Saudi Arabia, people involved with the T-Mobile and MGM Resort property, everybody got to get paid, and it got to be like, okay, so if Canelo's getting this, how much is Golden Boy getting? So that money gets ate up quick. You think they're gonna give Canelo $36.5 million and De La Hoya ain't gonna get nothing good? And Golden Boy, man, come on. And what's worse is Triple G. If you look at the list, Triple G ain't even in the top 10. He fought Steve Rolls. No one gave a fuck about that fight. And he fought Derevchenko. You don't see Triple G gonna have no numbers in the top 10 every man, right? You don't see his name even on here. So they said he's getting a total of 100 mil, and then for his first 2 fights he's getting about 15 mil a piece. So you're giving Triple G to fight Steve Rolls 15 million, him to get his ass whooped by Derevchenko 15 million. That's 30 million, bro. You are getting destroyed because he ain't even in the top 10, your own top 10 most streamed list, and he got $30 million. So you're about to be broke. You about to be broke than a motherfucker. Broke. Hey, bankruptcy, everybody. Bro, it's not making sense. It's not, you better get Mexican style back here pronto. You better get some Mexicans or somebody to fuck with him. He ain't even in the top 10, and he got that much money? Everybody, bankruptcy. Chapter 7, 11, 7, 11. Yeah, chapter 7, chapter 11. 11, everybody broke. Yeah, y'all better, bro. Something got to give. This shit don't add up. Yeah, I got a job at 7-Eleven. Yeah, you going to have a job at, say, chapter 7 bankruptcy, chapter 11 bankruptcy. You going to have a job at 7-Eleven bars. Okay. You're going to be handing out Slurpees and shit. Yeah, Slurpees, everybody. Mixed flavor. Yeah. Mix them flavors up for me. Yeah. Don't be charging me for the big gulp. I don't got a big gulp cup. You feel me? 7-Eleven gummy worms. Bro. And he got equity in the company. Oh my God. Dazn, you got it. And you couldn't make Canelo versus Triple G. Now it don't even matter if you make the fight because Triple G didn't even look good in his last fight. Canelo fight looked FAF. Ooh, you guys got to do something. Y'all better do something. Yeah, man, you better give me the Mexican style Slurpee and shit. Chapter 7, 11, chapter. All dogs go to heaven. Yeah, all right. You got to make it make sense to me, partner. So, Canelo fights, you paying him 198 to 100, 105 million just for the main event. And he ain't even in the first place. He ain't even in the number 1 streamed event on your own, by your own admission. Triple G ain't even in the top 10 most streamed events, and he getting 30 million plus whatever you gave Steve Rolls, plus whatever you gave Derevchenko. They said Derevchenko got 5 to 8 million. Oof. So 23 million ish between the main event. Undercards all streamed for free on YouTube. It's not making sense. You can say whatever the fuck you want. This is bad business at its finest. There's no way you could cash out people like that without a return on your investment. All right. What if I had a club? I own my own club, the Players Club, right? I own the Players Club, and every month I was spending $48,000 in alcohol. Like just to have alcohol there, I was running through it. But my drinks were exceptionally cheap. The drinks only cost $1-2 to drive traffic, right? Then guess what? If at the end of the month, all my alcohol sales, because you probably have to pay some, I think you have to pay like alcohol fees and shit. Let's say I spent $48,000 on alcohol to fulfill the bar, to fill the bar out, right? 48,000, but the drinks was so cheap, I made 12,000. Bro, I'm in the red because the drinks are so cheap. I can't afford this long term. It's not sustainable to keep spending almost 50,000 a month on alcohol just to import and get the alcohol. And the drinks are so cheap that I'm not making a profit. You see how this can't really go on for too long? This can explain why Dazn is doing such a bad job promoting fights, because you got too much money tied up in these fucking fighters, bro. You were so desperate to get Canelo and Triple G, you overpaid them. That's what it is. You overpaid them. And they're not producing. Nobody, listen, I'm just saying it like this. Nobody is producing what they were brought on to produce. Canelo's not fighting Triple G. Canelo's not doing the numbers he was doing on the HBO. He's bringing an audience, but he's not bringing maximum audience that he brought to HBO. Triple G damn sure ain't bringing an audience that he allegedly had on HBO. He's not bringing like the fanfare. Eddie Hearn said he's going to sign Charlo and Errol and Deontay and, you know, Jermel and Jamal, and he said he's going to sign Mikey Garcia for 1.5 years before he actually signed him. Now he got him fighting Jesse Vargas. Nobody is being brought. No one is doing what they were brought on to do. You know, they're not playing their role. DAZN spend money like Dumb and Dumber motherfuckers down to IOUs. Hey, you tripping? That's just what it is. You gave Triple G equity and allegedly $30 million just by himself, and he ain't even in the top 10 most streamed events in DAZN. What events did you even have? That's sad, bro. How you going? Triple G is one of, like, them motherfuckers playing darts, they getting more money than Triple G? Probably not. Bro, if they're getting 15 million to throw darts like Triple G, then I need to start playing darts. You feel me? So basically, like I said, people are cashing out, maxing out. Bro, Canelo's on vacation all the time. He in Bahamas and Jamaica and shit, talking like Chet Hanks. Bro, Tevin Farmer get over a mil fight? I don't know. Devin do. He getting over a mil. The PBC, I mean, the YouTubers are getting over a mil. Derevyanchenko, who ain't even a DAZN fighter, got 5, 6, 7 mil. Bro, it just don't make sense. There's no way this is sustainable. And then people like Kovalev, the performance he like, see in this, okay. Here's an example. Say you were a billionaire and you brought Kovalev on to fight Canelo and you gave him $12 million. That ain't no small chunk of change. That's, you know, 12 million. Most of us here don't have 12 million, you know? And if you have 12 million, you watching my shit, you need to be super chatting me right now. If you got 12 million in the bank. But anyway, that's a good chunk of change. If you had $1 billion and you watched the fight, would you be happy with the performance and the payout that Kovalev you gave him? You understand what I'm saying? If you gave Kovalev $12 million to make a good fight with Canelo, based on watching the fight, would you be like, oh, money well spent? It's like going to get your car detailed and you spent more than you normally would, let's say 175 somewhere. And then you see like Dookie Crumbs and French fries on the ground. They didn't do a good job vacuuming. The car don't smell good. You see streaks. You know, they had muddy shoes. And they weren't using shoe. Bro, what? So you had your car detailed and you paid more than you should have paid. And then they didn't even do a good job. We got customer service issues now. You see? I'll be hot. Like, what? The fight was horrible. Kovalev's performance looked scared and horrible. Then he got knocked out. And that's just what it was. And you waited for UFC 244. You did all that, paid all these motherfuckers that much, and then was scared to let them fight at the time they were supposed to fight because of UFC. Bro, this is bad business. You can listen to Eddie Hearn. You can listen to me. I don't care. Bad business. I'm telling you. If you owned a hotel and you kept getting complaints when people would check in the room, say, hey, there's skid marks in the toilet. I thought you said the room was clean. I guarantee you, whoever cleaned that room, they're going to get written up or fired if this keeps happening. You're hurting the hotel business because you keep leaving skid marks in the toilet and you're not doing a thorough job cleaning it. You're not putting fresh linen on and bed sheets. Ain't nobody in this world with a business gonna knowingly keep paying someone hefty fines or a hefty amount for them to not complete the job that they were brought on to do. It's just simple business. You housekeeping and the rooms look like shit when you're done. Like, are you keeping house or playing house? What the fuck you doing in there? So that's what it is. You're paying. You have to justify the means. You're paying Triple G more money than Al Heyman or PBC or Top Rank are paying. Like, you think Vodstick and Better Biev got $15 million? Probably not. No pay-per-view. I don't know what the ticket sales was, but I'm pretty sure they didn't get that much. But Better Biev Vodstick was a great fight for their careers, great fight for boxing. They both showed heart. It was a better fight. So how's Top Rank reasonable? And then they have a fight where Better Biev and Vodstick come at a cheaper price tag. And it's a way better fight. Way more memorable. Replay value. The Terrence Crawford Mean Machine card. Crawford ain't getting $15 million just for that fight only. And Mean Machine damn sure ain't getting 15 mil. Teofimo ain't getting 15 mil. Richard Comey. So it's bad business. How are these other companies putting on better fights for a cheaper price? I don't think Charlo Harrison got 15 million a piece. They put on a classic fight. F.A. Ajagba didn't get no motherfucking 15 million. And neither did the Khalid's dude. Neither did the kid from Mexico kid, Euron, that knocked out Balderas. He probably got, I don't even know if he got 250,000. And he was scrapping like his life depended on it. So who's the dummy now? It's bad business. It's bad business. You overpaying motherfuckers to do shit, and it's not even producing what you want them to produce. That Balderas fight with Euron was funner than Triple G Steve Rolls, and that probably didn't come at no crazy, insane price tag. F.A. Ajagba fight was way better than any fight on Joshua Ruiz 2 card. And it didn't come with these asinine price tags. And it didn't come on at 1:30 in the afternoon because it was in Saudi Arabia. Bro, I'm destroying old media. What's up? What's popping? What's popping? So, really, real talk, Dazn is watering down boxing. You got complacent motherfuckers making too much money, not even putting on the best fights, but they making crazy money. That's cool for them, for their families. I ain't mad at them getting money, but they're not even doing what you need them to do. Canelo ain't fighting who you want him to fight, which was Triple G. He ain't fighting who the fans want him to fight, which is Andrade, which is Charlo. Bro, come on, bro. This shit don't make sense. That's like me overpaying for an iPhone 8 and I could have, like an iPhone Now I got to take it back further. That's like me overpaying for an iPhone 5, and then they got the new iPhone out, and I can get the new iPhone for cheaper. That don't even make sense. If I can get the iPhone 11 Pro Max for cheaper than the iPhone 5, which one you think I'm gonna get? See, all that's gold all that's glitter ain't gold. I think that's the same. This is burgundy. This ain't red. All that glitters ain't gold. You know what I mean? Yeah, Canelo and Triple G, they had names from HBO, but they not putting on the best fights. Wilder is far more entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed, listen to me. I thoroughly enjoyed watching Wilder's fight and build up, both of them, more than I enjoyed watching Triple G's fights and build up this year. Derevchenko fight was good. You know, I'm a fair critic. It was good, but they didn't have shit for no build up or nothing. So by overall, I enjoyed Wilder's career. And the other thing is, Triple G, Derevchenko, he was getting his ass whooped. Wilder wasn't getting his ass whooped like that, and he ended it all with one punch. So, like I said, Wilder, I enjoyed his fights more than that. Damn sure more than Canelo's fights. You see? So, you're overpaying for a product that ain't even selling. Man, come on. You're overpaying for the product. That's like me being a drug dealer and I got Blue Magic. Yeah, it's a name brand like Pepsi. I guarantee it. I got Blue Magic. Well, you gonna pay top dollar for Blue Magic? That's like me being able to get Blue Magic for cheap, and then I'm paying for some watered down heroin. I'm paying more money for that, but I got the pure Blue Magic that the fiends is fucking with, and I'm getting it at a lower cost. I mean, this is just, you got to look at the markup, the margin, the profitability. That don't make sense if I can get Blue Magic for cheaper and then I'm getting some watered down shit for more money. Yeah, Icy, he took him out. He took him out like a lunch date. Took him out. That's what it goes down to. That's what it boils down to. Dazn ain't getting their money's worth. You pay Chavez Jr. $3 million or whatever, $2 million to quit. I'll be hot. And that's the type of unpredictability. Even with the pay-per-view structure. Let's say Conor McGregor, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, or Conor McGregor. Let's say one of them quit. People would be disappointed for sure. But guess what? They already got your money, so it's too late. You know? We gonna see though. Now that's the Icy. Shut up. This man's he trying to get me in trouble with the gangs. Now that's the Bay. The Bay, we say blood and cuz, but we don't mean it on no banging shit. Man, Icy, you have to come out to the Bay. They'll be like, "What's up with blood?" That's just how we talk. What's up with blood? We don't talk about like we're not talking about like what's up, what's bracking with blood. You feel no, not on no game shit. That's just Bay Area lingo. We in California. That's how people talk. Like, damn, cuz tripping. What's up with blood? That's how people talk. We not doing it to bang like LA dudes. My ex lived in Monterey. I used to visit her. What you know about that Monterey seafood? You eat seafood? Are you vegan? What are you? Other than light skin. Are you vegan? Vegan verb looking at, bro. Monterey is cool. I love Monterey. You got to go to Pebble Beach. I think it's like 7 Mile Road? Clint Eastwood from around there. He got a restaurant out there, or he used to. I don't know if it's still out there. Yeah, man, we work and smash the like button. Dazn 9th on Netflix. What does that mean? 9th on Netflix. I don't know. Bro, how's Dazn come out with this whole thing and ain't got one number. These are the most streamed, but we can't know none of the numbers. Bro, that's the indication and indignation of what's going on, bro. Top 10 most streamed events on DAZN last year, but not one goddamn number. Look at it. All it has is the name of the event and the date. Why you ain't put one number? You could have put the highest or lowest. You know, we had to figure out the rest. These motherfuckers got all this. What's the point of that? Like I said, that's like Forbes list coming out with the highest paid athlete of the decade, and it just say Floyd #1. You want to see how much did he generate? How much is it estimated that he generated over the course of that decade? You can't just put Floyd #1, Ronaldo 2, Braun 3, KD 5. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they got to stop. They doing a press conference, which sounds like just for Jake Paul and Anderson Gibb. Bro, why is that even on the Android card? Why is that even on the card? Like, bro, it's like it's like you want to embarrass boxers. You know what I'm saying? Putting Devin Haney and Billy Joe on the undercard, bumping Tevin Farmer co-feature off, and making this. Man, come on. I can't get behind that, man. I can't get behind that. But wait, there's more. Watch this. Watch this. I'm about to destroy y'all. Watch this. Y'all ready? The destruction. Say destroy him. I need y'all. If y'all want me to destroy him, say destroy him. Watch this. Bro, there's no mapping out. There's no planning. It's just like we trying to see whatever's a hit, and we going to do Antonio Brown versus Logan Paul. We got to look into it. They just looking for leads at this point. You have no leads on the killer, and you just looking for anything. Bro, see, they don't even do research. Eddie Hearn don't know America. January 30th is when the Logan Paul fight, you see? You see, look. Look at all the events that are happening January 30th. I told you Miami is lit. The Celebrity South Beach Bowl, January 30th. Super Bowl parties. I told you Eddie don't know what he doing in America, right? But look at this. This is probably the most impactful. DAZN's January 30th. Oh, but wait. That's right. They have a fucking concert. Listen to me. Who's the hottest new rapper right now? New. Like he just came out. He or she. Like somebody's been out for the. Who is the hottest new rappers, male or female, that have only been out for a short period of time? Exactly. Harlem Future said DaBaby, first person. He got to be the most buzzing. Nah, DaBaby got the torch right now. Roddy Ricch is up there too. I fuck with him. Okay. Guess who's going to be at the DJ Khaled show? You guessed it. DaBaby. So let me put this in. I'm going to make a video about this. Okay, y'all naming all the hot. Okay, someone said Meg Thee Stallion, DaBaby, Roddy Ricch. Okay, Blueface. All right, let me put this in perspective. This is how much I told you. Eddie does not know this game. I promise you that. Listen to what the fans just said about the hottest. But wait, there's more. DJ Khaled, like I told you, is throwing a concert where he's from in Miami for Super Bowl week on that same day as Andrade versus Keeler. And guess what? Oh my God. Look who's going to be there. DJ Khaled, DaBaby, Meek Millie, and the other person y'all said is the hottest, Meg Thee Stallion. Wow. On the same fucking night. Bro. And it's a DJ Khaled concert. So you know he's connected. He might bring out Future, Jay, T.I., or somebody that's Roddy Ricch, or somebody that's not even like actual listed. Bro, that's the hottest people in the game right now. Meg Thee Stallion, Meek Millie, Khaled, and DaBaby, bro. I told you. Yeah, he could pull out Drake, Tyga. Bro, obviously he done songs with all these dudes. That's what I'm saying. So you know how them concerts be having guest appearances? Diddy might come out or whoever. French Montana. Montana, huh? Bro, is okay. I told you, they don't. Rihanna, you know, she on Rock Nation too. Bro, I told you, I ain't even from Miami and I know this. Wynwood is popping. It's a bar for free. They got tickets at the Eddie Hearn thing that's a ringside $1,000. $1,000 for Andrade Keeler ringsides? When you can go to Wynwood and have a drink and mac on some bitches. Like, you can't really mac on bitches at a fight the same way. That's kind of more, I feel, more towards some girl you already going steady with. You feel what I'm saying? Dazn is doing, bro. I told you, Dazn curse. The Clout chasing the Super Bowl perhaps was the worst idea for this fight. You were probably better off doing it on another date or doing it on a Monday, Tuesday, because some people haven't even gotten to Miami yet. But by Thursday, I told you, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, those are the keen days where it's going to go down. Saturday, the football game or whatever. No, actually Sunday. So, you know, it's going to be popping party-wise Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday's the Super Bowl. You see? That's what I'm saying. Eddie does not know the thing. You got Andrade versus a guy that Americans don't know instead of a big name, instead of a fight that even boxing fans want. And then you try to put some YouTubers on there to try to salvage it. And then you competing with this. And bro, I'm about to go in. Hold on. Watch it. Khaled concert, right? Just so, bro, I'm gonna do a video about this, but I'm just gonna give you all a quick glimpse of what I'm talking about. I told you Eddie don't know this place, bro. Hold on 1 second, yo. I'm queuing it up for y'all. Y'all gotta give me some January 30th. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Smash the like button while you waiting. Just to put, I told you, bro, America's not what you think it is, man. And boxing ain't even the #1 sport. We know that. Not right now. All right, hold on. I'm almost ready, y'all. All right. I pulled it up for y'all. The DJ Khaled concert, which is on the same day, featuring Meg Thee Stallion, DaBaby, Meek Mill, and probably surprise guests, is on the same night as the Andrade Keeler card. And look, I just pulled it up for you. This is Google Maps. See? Nobody's talking about the stuff I talk about. American Airlines is where Khaled's fight is. I mean, where his concert is. And this is the address to that. It is 8 minutes away. It's like, I seen another one. It said 5 minutes away. So basically, you know, a long ass walk or a drive away. But beyond that, Miami's finna be so flooded. It's going to be crazy trying to get traffic wise, trying to get to and from. So it's not even a far proximity from the other popping event. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't even have it spaced out. Like Miami, like South Beach area, it's not even that big to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're putting it too close. Once again, Eddie Hearn don't know the area. You're putting there's another cracking ass event with the hottest in the game right now. DaBaby's a great self promoter too. I've been fucking with him before he really even blew, you know. But he does, like, he'll get on social media. I seen him he get his girl bought some hats off this girl who's broke or some shit. He's good with the social media. He just talked about it because he got arrested and he said the social media is dangerous. But anyway, he's a good self promoter and he's tapped in. He's tapped in with the youth. You know, Meg Thee Stallion, she fine, all that, blah, blah, blah. DJ Khaled, it's going to be lit. Khaled is from Miami. So you got this Demetrius Andrade card versus Keeler, and you got it 5 to 8 minutes away from this popping ass concert with a famous DJ who is from Miami. That's not good planning, bro. The concert is supposed to start at like 7:30, and then the fights start at 5:30, but that's the undercard shit. So it's not even like you can go to both. You know what I'm saying? Because 5:30, that's for the undercard, under shit. So by the time you get to the top of the card, you will have to be at the concert or you'll miss different people opening acts and people coming out. Plus, traffic is going to be hectic because it's Super Bowl week. So it's really people got to pick and choose. So once again, DAZN curse. Once again, not knowing the landscape, not knowing what's popping in America. You got a guy from Rhode Island, no buzz, no with his fight. You know, press conference for the co-feature, but not the real fight, and that's the top of the card. And you put it in a close ass proximity. Like it's not like Wilder fighting in Staples Center, and then there's a UFC event in New York. You're putting all this shit too close. And then they haven't even built the venue for the Eddie Hearn shit. It's just, this is embarrassing, bro. So I don't really know. And the baby concert, as I mentioned, that's only one thing to do, bro. That's only one thing in my look. That's only one of your options. They're having a celebrity football game and all types of shit. I told you this. Look, these are just January 30th. Super Bowl Miami weekend parties. Click on that for more. This is the DAZN fight. The DJ Khaled, the Baby, Meg Thee Stallion, Meek Mill concert, which is 5 minutes away from the DAZN fight. The 21st annual gospel celebration, you know, so get your church on, Kirk Franklin. EA Sports Bowl, you know, being advertised. Music Fest. Oh, it says and many more. See, this Khaled shit finna be lit. I didn't know it was called a Music Fest. Wow. Super Fan Fest in Wynwood. I told you Wynwood popping. Luminosa, whatever that is. The celebrity football game. This is all on the date. Super Bowl, more Super Bowl parties. This is what DAZN is competing with, bro. This is what they had to compete with. It says DJ Khaled, Meek Mill, and many more. So I told you these Khaled events, he's going to have more people there. This is who they're showing. But you know more people are finna come. It's a Khaled party. Festivals. Bro, you got Meg Thee Stallion, fine ass, Meek Mill, and the Baby and DJ Khaled all confirmed. He might fuck around, bring Justin Bieber out or something. He got that new single, Yummy Yummy. Bro, I'm telling you. And then you can go see Bieber and all these motherfuckers or go watch Andre. It's sad, man. No, they had the fight listed. It said DAZN. Man, bro, that's the hottest in the game right now in music, except for Drake. He I don't know if he might be there though. It's Super Bowl weekend. I told you. You know, Nipsey would have been there. Rest in peace to Nip. Him and Khaled was cool. Rick Ross probably finna be there. He from Florida. He cool with Khaled. He gonna cruise it through the city, feel the breeze him. Whoa. His ass finna be there probably. And then Andre got to compete with this, man. Good luck. That's my time. Holla at the kid. Hope you guys enjoy the channel. I'm just here to speak my truth, the facts as I see it. The numbers be capping. DAZN be capping. That's just how I see it. Period. They just got to stop insulting the fans' intelligence. Talking about 800K. Okay, we'll see how many people. Let's see if the numbers for Jaime Munguia or Andre come out. How about that? fair. You got 800K, then I'm expecting a good amount of fanfare. Nah, I'm getting off. I'm about to go eat. Holla at the kid.